I love you. You are the most important thing in my life right now. But I swear to God, if you throw out my moose head, I will break up with you. Right here, right now. That moose was killed by my great aunt Beatrice in the cold, frozen forest of Wisconsin with her station wagon. It's the legacy of my family with its stoic horns and its matted fur and its cold, beady eyes just full of remorse and maybe to some degree a little vengeance. My aunt survived a head-on collision with a moose and then stuffed that moose as a testament to the iron will of my family. I have that moose tattooed on my back. Now the neighbors are watching now, but I can't show you, but you know it's there. My ancestors hit moose with cars, taxidermied those moose, and then hung those moose in the entryways of their studio apartments. I will not change that tradition. I love you. That moose is my identity in the world. And I say it stays. Please. Gone already. Inch thick, knee deep, or head and ears a forked one. Go. Play, boy. Play. My mother plays, and I play too. The part so disgraced whose issue will hiss me to my grave. Contempt and clamor will be my knell. Go. Play, boy. Play. And there have been, where I'm much deceived, cuckolds ere now, and many a man there is, even at the present, whilst I speak this, holds his wife by the arm. Little thinks she has been sluiced in his absence, his pond fished by his next neighbor. Mr. Smile, his neighbor. Nay, there is comfort in it, whilst other men have gates, and those gates opened as mine against their will. Should all men despair that have revolted wives, well, a tenth of mankind would hang themselves. Oh, physic for it? There is none. It is a body planet that will strike where 'tis predominant, 'tis powerful. Think it. East, west, north, south. Be it concluded, there is no barricado for the belly. Know it will let in and out the enemy with bag and baggage. And many thousands of us have this disease. Feel it not. Well, how now, boy?
What is that?
What's what?
Is that soy cheese or is that coagulated cheese squeezed from a cow?
Coagulate. You know I'm a vegan ally, but I've come to realize I like cheese on my crackers.
I already struggle with the holiday of death.
If the holiday of death is what you plan on calling our Thanksgiving play, you're gonna lose your job for sure.
This is far more than a Thanksgiving play now. I got that Gender Equity and History grant, the Excellence in Educational Theater Fellowship, a Municipal Arts grant, and the Go Girl Scholastic Leadership Mentorship.
I know parents, and if you want to get them back on your side, you're gonna have to kill a turkey.
Oh, I'm a vegan.
You're a teaching artist with a 300 parent petition to fire you.
I am staying in the positive, and this kind of talk is not helping.
Okay. Sending you nothing but light.
Thank you. Ooh, I have a surprise. I got that Native American Heritage Month Awareness Through Art grant.
Really?
They gave me funding so that I could hire a professional actor.
Oh, finally, thank you.
I was able to bring the perfect one to town. She elevates the whole project.
A professional actor right here.
I mean, technically you volunteer for these school shows.
No, I get paid for those shows at the farmer's market.
Yeah, but you do them on a street corner and you get paid in a coffee can.
That is my official performance spot, given to me by the farmer's market security. Because they understand the importance of teaching about composting.
Jackson, I value your work, but this woman is from Los Angeles.
Here we go. With Los Angeles again. You know, it's not the center of the acting world.
It kind of is.
The commercial acting world. And you should be glad you didn't make it there. It shows you what kind of person you are.
Oh, the kind of person who wasn't beautiful enough or sexy enough to compete?
Look, don't let your head go there,
Wait
Logan.
until you see this actor. She is so beautiful. So LA.
What is beauty?
A social construct that we don't believe in. We value talent and art.
Not looks. You are a talented actress.
Even better, I'm a director now. But I still let my past in LA color my present, don't I? Thank you for that self-awareness.
You are the most self-aware person I know.
Since knowing you.
I just do my best, and I pray to Buddha that karma will take care of the rest.
Oh, it is almost time for rehearsal. We should decouple.
I'll take care of the cheese.
No, I can handle it. And forced thee? Art thou king, and wilt be forced? I shame to hear thee speak. Tedious wretch, thou hast undone thyself, thy son, and me, and given unto the house of York such head as thou shalt reign but by their sufferance, to entail him and his heirs unto the crown. What is it but to make thy sepulchre and creep into it far before thy time? Had I been there, which am a silly woman, the soldiers should have tossed me on their pikes before I would have granted to that act. But thou preferst thy life before thine honor. And seeing thou dost, I here divorce myself, both from thy table, Henry, and thy bed, until that act of Parliament be repealed whereby my son is disinherited. The northern lords that have forsworn thy colors will follow mine if once they see them spread, and spread they shall be, to thy foul disgrace and utter ruin of the house of York. Thus I do leave thee. Come, son, let's away. Our army is ready. Come, we'll after them. Paolo was a boy from down the hill, silver eyes and hair like coal, and massive hands that trembled when he looked my way. Paolo was a boy who loved to swim, and who knows why I fell for him, and soon enough I kissed him on a winter's day. Chiara Cesca, he's dull and he's dumb. You'll end up a farm wife, exhausted and numb. I'm off to the servicemen's club, you should come. But I dreamed of a beach at Ancona where our kids would play. Paolo right by my side, and the ocean only steps away. Close to heaven, far from Chiara, almost real. Chiara went dancing while air raid sirens were shrieking. Chiara would open her legs just as easy as speaking. Paolo went off with the army and never returned. could say was, I hope now you learn. And the streets were rubble, and the water was filthy, and there were no cigarettes, and no haircuts, and no thinking about the future. And I sat at the harbor, watching the American ships, and then I looked up and I saw an American smile down at me. And I knew if I just took his hand, I could at last be free. I could love him, I could want him, only take me from Italia, far from Chiara, far enough that I could feel almost real. So that's your job? You predict the future?
I do not predict the future.
Oh, you do. You're like Nostradamus without the ratty beard.
I do not predict. I'm a trend analyst, okay? I analyze trends and I advise my clients based on which way society is moving so that they can position themselves in the market.
To sell more hamburgers.
Hamburgers, aspirin, tennis shoes.
Tennis shoes? What are you, like 80? You tell society how to think.
I do not.
You do. You're evil.
I am not evil. Do you want me to be evil? Because I mean, if that's what revs your engine, I
Revs
can
my
be.
engine. You convince your clients of what you think society is.
Yeah, based
on whatever you want to base it on. You point out our weaknesses and they take advantage, perpetuating your myths through advertising. And then we all buy into it and we all end up automatons in a world you created based on whatever you were going to say. Aren't you going to argue the point with me?
No,
Why?
because it's sort of true.
See, you're evil.
Okay.
And you can live with the fact that your whole
Change.
job, you can live with the fact that you're
Change.
right. I'm not done.
Listen,
I'm-
we made an agreement. One of us says change. We change the subject. I'm saying change.
Fine.
Why are you still single?
Excuse me?
Why are you still single? I mean, from what I can piece together based on the 2.5 hours that we've known each other, you're a funny, bright, opinionated, fiercely independent, albeit slightly psychotic woman. And, I mean, you happen to wear the hell out of a cocktail dress.
Thank you.
Why are you still single?
Because I'm a funny, bright, opinionated.
Okay.
I mean, men these days
No,
are not
I got it.
exactly.
I got
you
it.
made the world. Live in it. Change.
Go.
Why were you so upset by my pictures?
I wasn't.
You were. I could see it in your eyes when you came up to me. What was it about them that bothered you?
I don't know.
Sure you do.
They were dead. All the animals were dead. And I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, it upset me.
Why?
Change.
Really?
Change.
Okay.
Before you were talking about your father.
I
and
change.
I was just gonna ask.
Oh, I think they're closing.
What?
They're like, I think they're telling us we have to get out of here.
Oh, right.
So,
So
I liked tonight.
I did too.
Do you want to kiss me?
Yes.
Do you want to come back to my place
Yes.
and have sex with me?
Yes.
Are you going to?
No.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. I'm relieved, actually.
Ouch.
You gonna call me, though?
Yeah.
Okay. Good night.
Night. Really? Well, I'll tell you what there is about me. There is an overwhelming and there is an all-pervading hatred. A hatred of people like you, of people who lay even the littlest finger on children. It wakes me up. I wake up with it. It rides with me on the bus to work. It whispers in my ear. They will not get away with it. I come in early. I make sure that all the bindings are clean and that the electrodes are in the right order so that we won't waste time. Now, I admit, sometimes I use excessive force, and sometimes I use excessive force on an entirely innocent individual. But I'll tell you this. If an entirely innocent individual leaves this room for the outside world, they're not even gonna contemplate even raising their fucking voice to a little kid again, just in case I fucking hear them and I drag their ass back in here for another load of excessive fucking force. Now, is this sort of behavior in an officer of the law morally questionable?
Of course it fucking is. But you know what? I don't fucking care. Because when I'm an old man, little kids, they're going to follow me around and they're going to know my name and what I stood for. And they're going to give me some of their sweets in thanks. And I'm going to take those sweets and I'm going to say thanks. Get home safe. And I'm going to be happy. Not because of the sweets. I mean, I don't really like sweets, but because I'd know. I'd know in my heart that if I hadn't been there, not all of them would have been there. Because I'm a good policeman.
Not necessarily in the sense of being able to solve lots of things, because I'm not, but good in the sense that I stand for something. I stand for something. I may not always be right, but I stand
On the right side. The child's side. The opposite side. To you.
And so naturally, when I hear that a child has been killed in a fashion such as this little Jesus thing, I mean, I would torture you to death for just writing a story like that, let alone acting it out.
So you know what? Fuck what your mom and your dad did to you, and your brother. Fuck it. If I had them in here, I would have tortured the fuck out of them, just like I'm gonna torture the fuck out of you now too. Because two wrongs do not make a right. Two wrongs do not make a right. So, I'm gonna need you to kneel down over here, please, so I can connect you to this battery.
Get to know his grandchildren? Are you high? Why should he be allowed to have that? For a $4 toy he got at the drugstore, is that what my kids are worth? How about when they were born? Where was he then? With his fucking yo-yo and his plastic water gun? Fuck that. Where was he when I got married? Or when I graduated high school? Or when I was in the fucking hospital? Fuck that. Fuck him. Look, I'm sorry that he was sad and sick. And without his medicinal marijuana, that really sucks for him. But there was no way in hell he was going to get the chance to fuck my kids up like he fucked up me. And break their hearts. And disappoint them. And make them feel unloved and ugly and unwanted and broken into pieces, because one day, if I had let him in, he would have fucked up. He would have fucked up huge. And he would have disappointed them. he would have broken a promise and left them wondering what they had done wrong, and my kids aren't worth the risk. So, no, he didn't get the privilege of my children. You are clearly not a parent, or you would get that. No, not a word, not a sound, please. I couldn't bear it. Not until you've heard what's in my heart. For weeks now, I've been in torment. You've used my husband as a clever and devious device to arouse my passions, which I freely admit have been lying dormant these past 7 years. Whether you were sincere or not, you have awakened in me desires and longings I never dreamt were possible. You appeal to my vanity, and I surrender. You bestir my thoughts of untold pleasures, and I weaken. You attack my every vulnerability, and I surrender. I am here, Peter, if you want me. But let me add this. I love my husband dearly. He is not a passionate man, nor even remotely romantic. Our life together reaches neither the heights of ecstasy nor the depths of anguish. We have an even marriage, moderate and comfortable, and in accepting this condition and the full measure of his devoted love, I have been happy. I come to you now knowing that once you take me in your arms, my marriage and my life with Nikki will be destroyed for all times. I am too weak and too selfish to make the decision. I rely on your strength of character. The choice, my dear Peter, is yours. Whichever you choose will make me both miserable and eternally grateful. I do beg you not to use me as an amusement. Although, even with that knowledge, I would not refuse you. I am here, Peter, to do with as you will. If you want me, open your arms and I will come to you. If you love me, turn your back and I will leave and never see or speak to you again. The choice, my dearest, sweetest love of my life, is yours. I await your decision. Sir, spare your threats. The bug which you would fright me with I seek. To me can life be no commodity. The crown and comfort of my life, your favor, I do give lost, for I do feel it gone, but know not how it went. My second joy and first fruits of my body, from his presence I am barred like one infectious. My third comfort, starred most unluckily, is from my breast the innocent milk in its most innocent mouth, haled out to murder. Myself on every post proclaimed a strumpet with the modest hatred, the childbed privilege denied which longs to women of all fashion. Lastly, hurried here to this place in the open air before I have got strength of limit. Now, my liege, tell me, what blessings I have here alive that I should fear to die. Therefore, proceed. But yet hear this. Mistake me not. No life. I prize it, not a straw. But for mine honor, which I would free, if I shall be condemned upon surmises, all proofs sleeping else but what your jealousy's awake, I tell you 'tis rigor and not law. Your honors all, I do refer me to the oracle. Apollo be my judge. How happy some or other some can be. Through Athens I am thought as fair as she, but what of that? Demetrius thinks not so. He will not know what all but he do know. And as he errs, doting on Hermia's eyes, so I, admiring of his qualities, things base and vile, holding no quantity, love can transpose to form and dignity. Love looks not with the eyes, but with the mind, and therefore is winged Cupid painted blind. Nor has love's mind of any judgment taste. Wings and no eyes figure unheedy haste. And therefore is love said to be a child, because in choice he is so oft beguiled as waggish boys in games themselves forswear. So the boy love is perjured everywhere. For ere Demetrius looked on Hermia's eyne, he hailed down oaths that he was only mine. And when this hail some heat from Hermia felt, so he dissolved, and showers of oath did melt. I will go tell him of fair Hermia's flight. Then to the wood will he tomorrow night pursue her. And for this intelligence, if I have thanks, it is a dear expense. For herein mean I to enrich my pain, to have his sight thither and back again. Last night I dreamed that I was big and full and that I had to pee, and I just kept saying, the baby is sitting on my bladder. And then when I woke up, I still had to pee, but then I just realized I was completely empty.
We couldn't have it. First trimester.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is that it would have been.
Don't do that to yourself.
Do you think maybe sometimes God makes mistakes? Like, maybe after he was like, fuck, it wasn't Jess who was supposed to get pregnant, it was Tess. Jess was only supposed to have cancer. There was a memo, well, holy crap, what do I do now? Do you think God says fucking holy crap?
Probably. I mean, I would if I were God. I'd say whatever the fuck I want. Could still do it once you're done with chemo.
No, I can't.
They said we could try if we wanted to.
What if it comes back?
That's not a reason to not try.
Oh, by the time we're in the clear, I won't exactly be in our optimal childbearing years.
I'm just saying we could try, see what happens.
Look, you don't know what it's like to lose your mom as a kid. You don't. And while there's still a risk of that happening, I can't do that to somebody else.
Okay. Okay.
I can't ignore the possibility for my own selfish need to leave something behind if I die. I can't do that to somebody.
You're not going to die.
I might still die. I am not out of the dark yet.
We can't go there.
If you want to talk about this, if you really want to talk about it, death has to be a part of the conversation.
But that's not thinking positively.
I could die a month from now. I could die 6 months from
And
now.
so could I, all right? Any of us could die at any moment.
No, that's not the same thing, and how dare you pretend like it is.
That's not pretending,
I can't be with you. Like, really, truly present with you again until you accept this part of me.
That you're gonna die?
That I could die?
I can't. I'm sorry, but I can't.
Then how do you expect me to share this with you? If you want to talk about it, you have to accept all of it and understand that some of it has nothing to do with you. Some of it is mine.
Look,
And
I know that. I do.
I need you to understand that if I flinch when you touch me, it isn't because I don't love you. It isn't because I don't want you to touch me. It isn't about you at all. It's because when you touch me, I am vividly reminded of what is missing.
There is absolutely nothing missing.
There is absolutely something missing. And it is mine, okay? It is a loss that is mine. I'm sorry that hurts you. Because you are absolutely the last person that I would ever want to hurt. And I'm sorry if you feel isolated from this, but I sometimes feel isolated and alone.
But you don't
I
have
feel
to be.
like I am something scarred, something sick,
Honey,
something that is falling apart and broken and fragile, and I hate feeling like that. And there is nothing that you can say that's going to take that away or make me feel better.
I know that.
Do you? Because when I look at your face, all that I see is your fear and your worry, and it is unbearable for me to feel that. I don't want to see you see me like this.
Like what?
Like how I am now. I look like I have been through a war. When I look at you, all I can think is how guilty I am that you're stuck with me.
Look at me. Come on, Jess. Look at me. All I see when I look at you is a beautiful 15-year-old girl that I knew a long time ago. And all I can think is how lucky I am that I somehow convinced the truly extraordinary Jess Stockton to marry me.
I'm not ready to die.
You're not going
No,
to die.
please don't.
You're not going to die tomorrow. Okay? Will you just let me have that? Yeah. And I always smoke pot with you. All of you. My pot. All the time, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars worth. So why shouldn't I make some money off you? You fucking guys like gripe at me all the time, and I'm providing you schmucks with such a crucial service. Plus, I'm developing valuable entrepreneurial skills for my future. Plus, I'm providing you with precious memories of your youth for when you're fucking old. I'm like the basis of half your personality. All you do is imitate me. I turned you on to the honeymooners. Frank Zappa, Ernst Lubitsch, boxer shorts, sushi. I'm like a one-man youth culture for you pathetic assholes. You're gonna remember your youth as like a gray-stoned haze, punctuated by a series of beatings from your dad and like my jokes. God damn. Do you know how much pot I've thrown out the window for you guys in the middle of the night when you're wandering around the street like junkies looking for half a joint so you can go to sleep because you scraped all the resin out of your pipes? And you bitch about the fact that along the way I turn a little profit? You should thank God you ever met me. Certainly my conscience will serve me to run from this Jew, my master. The fiend is at mine elbow and tempts me, saying to me, Gobbo, Lancelot Gobbo, good Lancelot, or good Gobbo, or good Lancelot Gobbo. Use your legs, take the start, run away. Well, my conscience says, no, take heed, honest Lancelot, take heed, honest Gobbo. Or, as aforesaid, honest Lancelot Gobbo, do not run, scorn running with thy heels. Well, the most courageous fiend bids me pack. By, says the fiend. Away, says the fiend. For the heavens, rouse up a brave mind, says the fiend, and run. Well, my conscience, hanging about the neck of my heart, says, my honest friend Lancelot, being an honest man's son. Or, rather an honest woman's son, for indeed my father did something smack, something to grow to. He had a kind of, taste. Well, my conscience says, budge not! Budge! Says the fiend. Budge not! Says my conscience. Conscience, say I, you counsel well. Fiend, say I, you counsel well. To be ruled by my conscience, I should stay with the Jew, my master, who, God bless the mark, is a kind of devil. But to run away from the Jew, I should be ruled by the fiend, who, saving your reverence, is the devil himself.
Certainly, the Jew is the very devil carnal, and my conscience is but a kind of hard conscience to offer to counsel me to stay with the Jew. The fiend gives the friendlier counsel.
I will run, fiend. My heels are at your command. I will run.
Why don't you give me a ride home? My sister borrowed my car.
Oh, my dad's picking me up.
Sam? Sam?
But I guess I can ask him if he could drop you off at Boylston.
Sam, what the fuck?
Why did you show Avery how to use the projector? What the fuck is wrong with you?
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
I didn't know you wanted to.
Yes, you did. I have been working here almost twice as long as you, and you know that Steve only promoted you first because he thinks you're hot. And 3 months ago, I asked you if you would train me, and you said that you would.
Okay, okay. You're right. I'm sorry.
Do you know how humiliating it is to be working with like 20-somethings who are rising the ranks of your shitty job faster than you are?
I'm sorry. I was stupid. I wasn't thinking. I can train you too. That way if I get sick,
no way.
then you can take
I am not
turns.
interested anymore. No fucking way.
Okay. So what? Are you gonna like hate my guts now?
God.
What's going on?
I feel sick. I feel like I'm
Sam.
gonna. Oh my God. It's making me sick. It's making me nauseous. I'm like breaking out in fucking rashes.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You don't. Really? I fucking love you. And I don't even know why. It's like, I see all of these things that are wrong with you, but it's like, I mean, it's bad. It is really bad. It goes way beyond the word crush, but it's like, I mean, I can't sleep. Well, I haven't really slept in the past year and a half, but when I do, I dream about you and you're like talking to me, or you're fucking some other guy, or you're standing in front of me in a motel brushing your teeth. It's never been like this before. I walk down the street and all I can think is Rose, Rose, Rose. It's like the fucking soundtrack to my life. Just your name, it makes me like... I've pictured saying this to you. I have pictured saying this to you so many times.
So what do you want?
What do you mean?
Like, what do you think is gonna happen now?
I don't know. I guess I just needed to get it off my chest.
But is this the sort of thing where you want the person to love you back, or actually secretly don't want them to love you back?
That's a good question.
Because it sort of seems like it has nothing to do with me. Like me.
That's not how I wanted it to seem. To be. It's not how I wanted it to be.
Like even right now, it's like you're performing or something.
I am not performing. I'm not performing.
And turn around and look at me.
Do you like me back?
Oh my God. Would you please just turn around? Sam. You're seriously not going to turn around and look at me? You don't know me. Like, for whatever reason you think you like me, I'm not actually like that at all. Trust me. Okay?
Oh my God! Someone took a shit on the floor of the men's bathroom and they spread it all over the walls. I just puked. I just puked on the floor of the men's bathroom, and I think I'm gonna.
You gotta sit down. You gotta sit down and put your head between your knees. Just breathe. Take deep breaths. I'm gonna take care of it. Just take it easy.
I'll help.
No, you stay here and you sit with him and you watch him and you get him water. I'm gonna take care of it.
My puke is everywhere. I'm so sorry. Are you still mad at me?
It's fine. I'm not mad at you.
It's everywhere. Why would somebody do that?
This happens. This kind of thing happens in movie theaters. I'm gonna deal with it.
But you have such a sensitive sense of smell.
Avery, I'm gonna take care of it. I'm totally cool with puke. I'm totally cool with shit. I'm gonna take care of it. I am taking care of it!
Oh, you want a cup of water?
Yeah, that would be great.
Avery, please don't tell Sam about what happened the other night.
Of course. I mean, you don't either.
I won't.
Can I still fill in for you on Thursday?
I'll make it work. Sometimes I worry that there's something really, really wrong with me, but I'll never know exactly what it is.
No, you're fine.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll get you some water. I'm not particularly smart. I'm not particularly beautiful. But I suffer so well. And so often. I mean, a stranger sees me cry, and they see a river they haven't swum in. A river in a foreign country. So they take off their trousers and dive in the water. They take pictures with a waterproof camera. They dry themselves in the sun. They're all dry. And I'm still wet. Maybe my suffering comes from another time. A time when suffering was sexy. And the afternoons and the streets were full of rain. Maybe my tears don't come from this century. Maybe I inherited them from old well water. Oh wait, am I acting weird? I'm sorry! I don't know what came over me. I was afraid. I'm not worthy of you. But I still love you. I think. Don't try to find me again! You'd be lonely for music, and I want you to be happy. I want you to marry again. I'm going to write out instructions for your next wife. To my husband's next wife. Be gentle. Be sure to comb his hair when it's wet. Do not fail to notice that his face flushes pink like a bride's when you kiss him. Give him lots to eat. He forgets to eat, then he gets cranky. When he's sad, kiss his forehead, and I will thank you. Because he is a young prince, and his robes are too heavy on him. His crown falls down around his ears. I'll give this letter to a worm. I hope he finds it. Love, Eurydice.
I love this hour. Right before we wake up, there is that smell first thing in the morning. Breath and farts and sweat. I love that smell. The indent of the night, the mess of pillows. Her breath is awful in the morning. It always has been. It's like a mixture of garlic and dirt. No, fuck that. I'm being polite. It's a mixture of garlic and manure. You know that smell in the country, the air around a farm? That is her breath, mixed with garlic. But only in the morning. The rest of the time, it's like flowers. I don't mind, though. I never have. I love the smell. You know, a wise man once said, the first duty of a storyteller is to tell a story. and I believe that wholeheartedly. The first duty of a storyteller is to tell a story. Or maybe it was the only duty of a storyteller is to tell a story. Yeah, it may have been the only duty of a storyteller is to tell a story. But anyway, that's what I do. I tell stories. I mean, okay, you read these other stories. Supposedly the police are all of this. The government is all of this political, what do you call it? The government should be doing this. Please, fuck off. Do you know what I say? I say if you have a political axe to grind, if you have a political, what do you call it? Go write a fucking essay. I will know where I stand. I say keep your left wing this, keep your right wing that, and just tell me a fucking story. I have no axe to grind. I have no anything to grind. I have no social anything whatsoever. And that's why I can't see if that's why you brought me in here today. I can't see what the reason would be. Unless something political came in by accident or something seemed political. In which case, show me where it is. Show me where the bastard is. I'll take it out. I'll take it straight out. I'll fucking burn it, you know? Do you know what I mean? Your grace shall pardon me. I will not back. I am too highborn to be propertied, to be a secondary at control, or a useful serving man and instrument to any sovereign state throughout the world. Your breath first kindled the dead coal of wars between this chastised kingdom and myself, and brought in matter that should feed this fire. And now 'tis far too huge to be blown out by that same weak wind which enkindled it. You taught me how to know the face of right, acquainted me with interest to this land, yea, thrust this enterprise into my heart. And come ye now to tell me John hath made his peace with Rome. What is that peace to me? I, by the honor of my marriage bed, after young Arthur claimed this land for mine, and now it is half conquered, I must back, because that John hath made his peace with Rome. Am I Rome's slave? What penny hath Rome borne? What men provided, what munitions sent to underprop this action? Is not I who undergo this charge? Who else but I, and such as to my claim are liable, sweat in this business and maintain this war? Have I not heard these islanders shout out, Vive le roi, as I have banked their towns? Have I here not the best cards for the game to win this easy match played for a crown? And shall I now give over the yielded set? No. No. On my soul, it never shall be said.
So your mom tell me you got recruited by one of those college football teams. Is that right?
Yeah. Coach Zelman said the recruiter gonna be coming by to talk to you, get you to sign the permission papers.
I thought you were supposed to be working down at the A&P. Ain't you supposed to be working down there after school?
Mr. Stawicki said he gonna hold my job for me till after the football season. Say starting next week I can work weekends.
I thought we had an understanding about this football stuff. Now you're supposed to keep up with your chores and hold down that job at the A&P. You've been around here all day on a Saturday, ain't none of your chores done, and now you telling me you done quit your job.
I'm gonna be working weekends.
You damn right you are. And ain't no need for nobody coming around here talking about signing nothing.
Come on, Pop, you can't do that. He's coming all the way from North Carolina.
I don't care where he coming from. And the white man ain't gonna let you get nowhere with no football anyway. You go on and get your book learning. Work yourself up at the A&P. Or learn how to fix a car or build a house or something. Get yourself a trade. That way, you got something can't nobody take away from you. Learn how to put your hands to some good use other than hauling other people's garbage.
I get good grades, Pop. That's why the recruiter wants to talk to you. You gotta keep your grades up to get recruited. This way I'll get to go to college.
First, you gonna go down to the A&P and you gonna get your job back.
Mr. Stawicki done already hired somebody else because I told him I was playing football.
You about a bigger fool than I'd have thought. To let somebody take away your job so you can play football. Where you gonna get the money to take out your girlfriend or whatnot? What kind of foolishness is that? To let somebody take away your job?
I'm still gonna be working weekends.
No. No. You getting your butt out here and you finding you another job.
Come on, Pop. I can't work after school and play football too. I gotta practice. The team needs me. That's what Coach Zellman said.
I don't care what nobody say. I am the boss around here. You understand me? I'm the boss, and I do the only saying what's count.
Come on.
I asked you, did you understand?
Yeah.
What?
Yes, sir.
Now you going on down to the A&P, and you see if you can get your job back. If you can't do both, you drop that football. You understand? You got to take the crickets with the straights.
Yes, sir. Can I ask you a question?
The hell you got to ask me? Mr. Starwick, the one you got the questions for.
How come you ain't never liked me?
Like you? Who the hell said I got to like you? What law is that that say I got to like you? Gonna stand up there and ask me a damn fool-ass question like that. Come here, boy, when I'm talking to you. Straighten up, goddammit. What law is there that say I gotta like you?
None.
Well, there you go. You eat every day? Answer me, boy, when I'm talking to you. Don't you eat every day?
Yeah.
Nigga, as long as you in my house, you put a sir on the end of what you say to me.
Yes, sir.
You eat every day.
Yes, sir.
You got a roof over your head?
Yes, sir.
Clothes on your back?
Yes, sir.
Why you think that is?
Because of you.
Oh, hell, I know it's because of me. But why you think that is?
Because you like me?
Because I like you. I go out here every morning, bust my butt for these crackers because I like you. Or you about the biggest fool I done ever seen. It is my job. It's my responsibility. You understand? A man has to take care of his family. You live in my house. Fill your belly up with my food. Because you are my son, my flesh and blood, not because I like you. Mr. Rand, he don't give me my money come payday because he like me. He give it because he owe me. I done gave you everything I had to give. I gave you your life. Me and your mama worked it out between the two of us, and liking your black ass wasn't part of the bargain. Now don't you try going through life worried about if somebody like you. You best make sure they doing right by you. Do you understand me, boy?
Yes, sir.
Well, get the hell out my face and go on down to the A&P. I don't know what you want me to say anymore, Claire. I don't. Nothing is how it used to be at home anymore. Nothing. The only time I'm really alive is when I am up there with a sheet of glass between me and the open sky. And I am up there in the center of it all, just blue all around me, blue in front of me. And I am streaking through it so fast that you can't hold me back. That's what it is. And I've never tried to explain it to you, but it's that feeling. And when I'm up there, I am in control. I am miles above everything. Those are the moments when I feel most alive. Those are the moments when, but you got to come down. Sooner or later, you're back on that deck, and you've lost some of that thrill. And then you're out with the guys and drinking, and you lose even more of that thrill. And then you come home, and it's just gone. And sometimes that thrill feels like there is all there is. Makes you wonder why you come home anyway. No. I am lost, Claire. I am lost, and I don't know how to find my way back home.